All right, guys, it's been about 3 months of operating and dealing with so many incredible agents just like you, and we've learned so many things in these past 3 months. I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that we've learned, some of the growing pains that we're having when dealing with lead acquisition on Facebook, and also getting feedback from all of the amazing agents we work with on how to produce a better quality lead and some of the things that are really, really important with you guys. So I think it's going to be a really cool video. I'm going to talk to you guys and really divulge a little bit of some of the stuff that we're learning and seeing right now. All right, guys, I just want to open this up really quick right off the start. Quality of a lead makes a difference, all right? I know all of you guys agents out there agree with me. Quality leads makes a big, big difference. Now, there's a lot of things going on with Facebook acquisition as far as, some deceptive ads going out. And again, our advertisements are pretty clean, but you always have to be persuasive in your advertisement. And there's always that fine line of how persuasive are you with the audience to going from they don't even know what they're purchasing to they know exactly what they're buying, and then giving them to an agent. Now, as far as that acquisition process goes, now I can't tell you the more blatant and upfront, the more filtration that you put in with lead generation, obviously the higher the cost is going to be. So you have to balance that cost out with how much of a quality lead do you want? How much is this person already ready to be sold? Now, I know a lot of you guys would agree with you would rather pay a lot more for a quality lead, a person who is ready to buy, where you can go on and you can spend less time filtering through all of the crap and getting right to the people that are ready to purchase, that are ready to buy. Now, on the flip side of that, what you guys have to understand as agents is you have to pay more for those leads. All right, that's just the end of it. If you're producing, leads that are, say, medium quality at $5, they know what they're opting into, they know it's insurance, they know that it's not free, and they know that someone's going to be calling them. For me, those are the 3 metrics that meet the baseline. That is the baseline of running any lead generation campaign or any advertisement at all. They have to know exactly what they're opting into, they have to know that it's not free, and they have to be expecting a call. All right, so if you can acquire those 3 things at $5, let's say, or $7, and you want something that's even more filtrated, that the person knows the pricing or knows the cost or is ready to buy, they don't have any questions about it, they're just ready to take orders. The more and more filtrations and more levels of that you put into this, obviously the more it's going to cost you on the acquisition side. So if you guys are out there running your own advertisements and you're trying to get this quality of lead, if you're getting this quality lead at $20 or $30 or $40, or you're onto something at $40, you're starting to pick some things up, then it's important for you to be okay with that. All right, so you shouldn't have this expectation of $5 leads if you're trying to get a highly, highly filtrated lead. If you're getting $30 highly, highly, highly filtrated leads, then I'd say that's a pretty solid lead. I mean, people still pay $30 to $50 for direct mail leads. All right, so think about that when you're acquiring leads online, and the opportunity for you guys as agents to spend less time and generate a quality lead. All right, this next one may surprise you guys. Diversifying platforms is really important. As you guys know, if you guys know me or have seen my channel or our Facebook groups, I am heavy on Facebook. I love Facebook. It's really an incredible platform. It works really, really good for lead generation. The inside guts of it are just amazing, but I think it's important for you guys to know that you need to diversify your platforms or diversify your lead sources. Let's say you're purchasing leads. All right, if you're purchasing leads, then you need to have a diversification set up in place in case something goes down. Again, we don't want to pin ourselves in the Facebook corner if something could happen. Now, again, people have asked me about this. I get this question all the time. Is Facebook going down? Is something bad going to happen? No. Facebook is not going anywhere, guys. Facebook is one of the most influential organizations in the entire world, okay? Let that rest for a second. One of the most influential organizations in the entire world. All right, they are global. They are not going to fall off the map tomorrow. They have much, much bigger plans than just Facebook advertising. This is just their avenue to gain revenue for their bigger plans for AI, for virtual reality, for their currency, for communications. This is just what they do. This is their avenue to generate the profits that they need, to generate the revenue they need to branch out to create these other platforms and create these other ventures that they want to expand on. So in short, Facebook is not going anywhere. But again, diversify your platforms, diversify what you're doing or your lead sources. Number 3, let's talk about automation. We have found out that automation is even more important than anyone takes to account on, all right? When you talk about automation, there are so many people that don't really give it the credit that it deserves. Automation can take out so much work for you guys, and the cost of the work is so small. Now, for example, agents may say, hey, I want to hire an assistant to do X, Y, and Z things. When this assistant is getting paid, let's call it $10 an hour for 20 hours a week, that's $200. Over the whole month, let's call it $800, all right? But they won't pay for a software that does this stuff for them on automation that costs them $150 or $200, all right? Pay for the automation system, especially when it comes to automated text messages that go out or automated emails that go out to schedule appointments or text message reminders about appointments or anything like that, or drip campaigns, email drip campaigns. Yeah, these convert at a very low percentage. They absolutely do, but they are converting. All right, if you can make your money's worth on the software from just drip campaigns and you can use it for all other resources, it's totally worth it. And those guys, I see people who don't want to use high-end software, and I'm telling you, it's such a big mistake. You guys are generating a high volume of leads on Facebook, but you don't want to have the best software out there that allows you to convert these leads into sales. That is a big mistake, guys. Please, 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 if anything, if you listen to anything about this whole video, please invest in your software, all right? I have a software, it's great. If you're interested, the link will be down below. If you want to do another software, that's great. I don't really care about selling you guys software, but please understand that you need to get a software. There's vanilla software, there's all kinds of other softwares that have premium services that allow these text message automations that have power dialers on them. These features are so crucially important for you guys' success, and I see it again all the time. All the top producing guys that I work with, they are so ambitious about their software. They want the best software out there, and you guys need to do that as well. And the last thing, this is a little Facebook tip. I wanted to slide this guy in here for you guys. When you talk about lead generation on Facebook, if you guys are generating leads on Facebook, one thing that we found out is really, really important from a Facebook aspect is to actually generate leads at a high speed, a higher rate. All right, and what you want to think of this as is gaining momentum in the Facebook marketplace, which is very difficult to do when you're trying to get a very highly filtrated ad. All right, when you're trying to get a person that's coming through and you put them through a lot of filtration, then the acquisition is obviously slower because you're generating less leads. All right, the lead cost comes at a higher rate. And when you're competing against somebody else who has a lead or an advertisement that's generating leads at a fast rate, they are going to get in front of line of you, right? Because what Facebook sees from a platform standpoint, they see the ability for an advertisement to produce a lot of interest and a lot of engagement compared to yours that is not as much interest and not as much engagement. So from a platform standpoint, they want to give priority service to the advertisement that is generating the most interest and the things that are people most interested in. And the only way that it gauges that is how many people are opting into it, all right? So when you're doing filtrated stuff, what we found is it's more difficult to generate impressions because you're not getting the speed of acquisition that you are when you're doing cheaper options, you know? When you're doing, again, when I say cheaper options, I mean less filtrated. All right, and that means going from a ad they know that it's not free, they know what they're opting into, they know it's insurance, and they know they're going to expect a call to a person who knows exactly what they're paying for, they know exactly how much they want to buy, and they know where you're from, and they know all of these key points. Obviously, you know, the more that you do that, the harder it is to acquire them at a cheap rate and to acquire them at speed. And the problem is with Facebook lead acquisition, if you don't acquire them at speed, you will get beat out by everybody else. So think about that. And when you're thinking about how do I overcome that, a great way to overcome that, guys, is the objective of changing your campaign. Instead of doing lead generation, you do a clicks campaign because your advertisement can generate a lot of clicks. And if it's generating a lot of clicks, then Facebook sees it as this is a great advertisement. It's doing exactly what I want, or exactly what the agent is asking me to do, is generate a lot of clicks at a high rate. And if you can do that, then again, you're going to get that priority that you're looking for. All right, guys, that wraps up all of our growing pains, everything that we've been learning on Facebook. I hope that guys helped you out. I know it's a little bit different video than we usually do, but I've been thinking about this a lot and talking to the media team, and we thought this would be a great idea to really let you guys in a little bit on what we're doing and what we're finding and some of the stuff we're seeing in hopes that it helps you guys out. I know, again, this is a little bit different, so if you guys have questions about that, hit those in the comments section down below, and we will see you guys in the next video.